Welcome to this special report. I am John Irvine, Communications Director of the 10th Republican Congressional District. There is a divide in the Michigan Republican Party. Some would say it is personality related. I do not think so. The divide is between the grassroots and the moneyed interests. From the day billionaire Ron Weiser was booed off the stage at the Michigan Republican Convention, and Kristina Karamo was elected by the grassroots delegates, the fight was on. Some would call them oligarchs, others call them the donor class, others call them the moneyed interests. It does not matter what you call them. They have been in control of the Michigan Republican Party for an exceptionally long time. They do not care what the grassroots want. They, with their lawyers, are going to take back what they believe belongs to them. It is up to the delegates who they will support. Kristina Karamo or Pete Hoekstra. Let us look at the candidates. Here is a short video I took of Kristina 6 years ago. She was a school teacher concerned about what was being taught in our schools. She spoke at the Birmingham Bloomfield Republican Club.
Classes I teach is career and professional development. And so I typically create my own syllabus and my own curriculum. But this particular semester they said, well, we're going to create it for you. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so they told me to come pick up a binder. So I pick up this binder, and it is nothing but left-wing propaganda. That's it. It is like the most atrocious thing you ever want to pick up. So like if you open it up, the first section, it starts talking about critical thinking. But the way they frame the critical thinking, it's more of groupthink. And then when they talk about critical thinking, they start talking about civil disobedience. So the particular high school I'm working at is Martin Luther King High School. And so what they're trying to kind of indoctrinate them with, America is a horrible, evil, racist country that's out to get you. So that's what is predominantly in this binder. In addition to the fact, one section should be called Trump is evil. He's terrible, and so is his whole cabinet. They have a bunch of irrelevant information. They frame the conversation to make it seem like he's rallying up immigrants and deporting them. I mean, this is really what's in this binder here. How they're attacking transgenders and all kind of other stuff. And and then they talk about like the Paris Climate Accord. Okay, so they just say that he pulled out, and they make it seem like he's evil. And what communities are doing to fight back against this? Without any explanation about why he pulled out. Nothing, it's just completely one-sided, and the whole frame again is to not make America, not just America look bad, but to make conservatives look bad altogether.
Pete Hoekstra was appointed as ambassador to the Netherlands. Pete got into a little bit of controversy with the press.
Speaking of threat, at one point you mentioned in a debate that there are no-go zones in the Netherlands and that cars and politicians are being set on fire in the Netherlands.
I didn't say that. That is actually an incorrect statement. Yeah, we would call it fake news.
Is that
I
fake
never
news?
said that.
Because it's what you literally said.
No, it's not what I said.
The Islamic movement has now gotten to a point where they have put Europe into chaos. Chaos in the Netherlands, there are cars being burned, there are politicians that are being burned, and yes, there are no-go zones in the Netherlands.
You call it fake news, obviously.
I didn't call that fake news. I didn't use the word this today.
No?
No.
Did Pete say fake news? Let's take a look.
Speaking of threat, at one point you mentioned in a debate that there are no-go zones in the Netherlands and that cars and politicians are being set on fire in the Netherlands.
I didn't say that. That is actually an incorrect statement. Yeah, we would call it fake news.
We have all heard that Pete Hoekstra was endorsed by Donald Trump.
Mr. Ambassador, I want to be really fair with you here. When you and I talked the other day on Zoom, I came away with the impression that you had said that Mr. Trump had endorsed you.
No, I don't believe that's accurate.
So I got that incorrect.
I think that I don't know what you said, but I don't believe
asking you what you said. I'm asking you what you said.
I don't believe I've used the term endorsement.
Mr. Hoekstra, welcome back to Off the Record. So when you had in your mind that it looked like you were going to get this chairpersonship, who's the first person you called?
And I don't know who I called first. I called a whole range of folks, and so.
Well, have you talked to Bobby Shostak? Have you talked to Mr. Weiser?
Yes.
From the day billionaire Ron Weiser was booed off the stage at the Michigan Republican Convention, and Kristina Karamo was elected by the grassroots delegates, the fight was on.
And what did you ask them to do?
I asked them to help unify the party.
Did you ask them to open their checkbooks?
Absolutely.
For how much?
We're working through that.
In a recent poll of our members, when asked if the vote for Republican chair were today, which one would you vote for? With 41% of the members of the channel voting, 55% would vote for Kristina Karamo, and 45% would vote for Pete Hoekstra. As we know, it takes a 75% vote to remove a sitting chairman. Obviously, Pete Hoekstra is the choice of the donor class, and Kristina is the choice of the grassroots. But here is the problem. In a recent poll, with 34% of the members of the channel voting, 75% said they would not donate a mere $15 a month to support the party. Without the donor class, it looks like the party can't survive. There is still time to vote in these polls, if you have not done so already. Have a great day.